All right, back here in Iolani Gym, campus of Iolani School, as we get ready for one of the great events throughout the Iolani Prep Classic. It's a slam dunk competition. And you see all the fans have gathered here at center court for one of the great events here on the 2015 Iolani Prep Classic calendar. Felipe Ojasco, so happy to be joined by a guy who is very familiar with this building, very familiar with Iolani basketball, Rudy Tulangari. Rudy, I got to ask you first, thank you for joining us. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays. Thanks for having me.
What do you think about what we saw here in the last 3 days of the tournament from all these schools that have come from across the country, and Iolani as well?
Always a treat, always a pleasure to be here, to see some of the top schools as well as the top talents around the country, and it's a great treat for the local basketball fans of all ages to see and be treated to this level of basketball.
What do you think about, what are your early memories about being in the slam dunk contest? Because these kind of events and these kind of matchups that we'll see here on the court, this place gets lit pretty early on the dunk contest. What are your early memories of the competition? It's
amazing. My earliest memories of my senior year, seeing, Iolani's Kanoe Winchester, doing it, taking second place, and him standing at only barely 5'11" in the morning, and jumping among these the giants. But it's just quite amazing watching throughout the years how these kids. I mean, I say that kids, but they look like college athletes. But every year they just jump higher and higher and higher, and it's absolutely amazing to watch.
Let's give you some of the rules here in this slam dunk contest. Right now you're watching the warm-up as each of these guys have a chance to get loose and practice their dunks. In the preliminaries, there will be 2 rounds. Each participant will be scored on 1 completed dunk per round. Now, each of these contestants get 30 seconds to complete each dunk. The clock will begin on their first attempt. Each dunk will be scored and judged from 5 to 10 points. The scores from each round will be added to determine the participant's total score. Then the top 4 advance to the final round. It'll be the same format, 2 rounds. Each participant gets 1 dunk, 30 seconds to complete. If there is a tie, there'll be a 1 dunk off. Again, each of these dunks will be scored based on a scale of 5 to 10. Some of the judges here: Tony Dorado, National Manager of High School Basketball at Nike; Keith Spencer, 1983 graduate and member of Coach Young's inaugural Iolani Classic Team and State Championship squad; Shane Lay, winner on Family Fair Silent Auction; Greg and Gary Young, 1991 alumni, sons of Iolani Classic legend, Mr. Glenn Young. Now, as far as the participants are concerned, there's a bevy of guys, and really more athletes from China than I expected here into the contest. Robbie Mann, he'll be the local favorite certainly here in this gym out of Iolani. Then you'll have Wenjun Luo out of Guangdong, China. John Nan Song out of Guangdong, China as well. Cole Thomas from the Masters Academy. Ira Lee out of Sierra Canyon. Jeremy Hamilton and Babacar Thiombane out of Fairfax. There are 3 spots open here for La Lumiere. We'll see if they'll put any of those guys in here, but those are the rules and sort of the format of this dunk. What's a strategy here in the early going, particularly in the preliminary rounds where you get 2 dunks? Any kind of strategy that you look forward to here?
First off, I just watching the previous histories. Basically, go ahead and put it in. You wanna get creative, but at the same time you wanna save some of that creativity toward the later rounds. But you gotta get past the first round, and so it's always neat seeing what the Chinese athletes can do. They're absolutely specimens here as well. So it's going to be fun, and it's for me as an individual. I like to watch when guys under 6'1" attempt these dunks, because it's much more amazing to see them jump up that much higher and hang up there. But it's going to be fun.
That's a great point, because and guys with small statures can rack up more points along the way. Of course,
absolutely.
Robbie Mann's probably the smallest one out of this group.
Yes, I'm not going to lie. He's going to be my my early favorite. Coming from the home team, Iolani, the local kid. Among the giants, he's about 6 feet tall, but he definitely can get up there with the rest of them. So,
and again, a lot of these dunkers will feed off the energy from the crowd. We've seen it time and time again, and Rudy made a great point as far as saving some for the back half of this competition, getting one down early just to get on the board. So we're going to see a little bit of everything here. I think we're going to see some creativity. We're going to see a whole lot of power if we've seen those shoot-arounds. If you've been fortunate enough to come here to the campus of Iolani School and watch the tournament, we've seen some very emphatic dunks.
Here we go.
So Robbie Mann starts us off in the 2015 Iolani Slam Dunk Competition. 30 seconds begins on his first dunk attempt.
Ooh.
Oh, Robbie went for the heavy hitter there in the early going.
I like that. I like that a lot. It looks like he's coming out strong and fast. He's got to.
15 seconds remain on this first dunk, and that one just a little short.
What's key also is you kind of want to hit it early often because later on your legs start getting a little bit tired, especially if you start having to do it, find yourself third, fourth dunk in.
That's an excellent point. There you see Robbie Mann just getting one in the can. So we'll see how the judges will score that. The bevy of sevens out there. And we'll have 110 get out there.
110 from the homer, the Iolani coach, of course.
Wen Jun Luo from Guangdong, China. Guangdong lost earlier in their opening round matchup of the tournament to La Lumiere. So it's a feeling out process, certainly, because you will get another chance. And Jiannong Song, the second participant out of China.
Oh, I like that.
Not too shabby there.
Good creativity, some good teamwork on that one. We got some 8s across the board. I like that.
Right there, so that's not a bad dunk there from Jian Song out of Guangdong, China.
Got another Chinese player here, but this time he's from the La Lumiere.
Yep. It's Kevin Zhang, a 6'7" sophomore. Trying to go reverse here with 15 seconds to go in his first dunk attempt.
Trying to get the crowd involved. Got to get this guy get one in.
All right, that's a great point you made earlier, Rudy. Some of that fatigue setting in.
That's right. Okay, he puts it in.
Racing against the clock and racing against all these other dunkers. Some sevens.
We got some 7s and an 8 in there. Okay. Another La Lumiere player here.
There's James Banks.
Ooh.
Banks went off the top of the backboard that time. La Lumiere has 3 spots to fill here in this dunk competition. He's going real high up there. Still plenty of time. Maybe get 2 more attempts in here, but we got 10 seconds to go, and now he's going to get some help from Campbell.
Yes, there you go. All right.
Oh, we hit the side of the backboard that time.
Yeah. We got some 8s across the board here.
No, Keith Spencer, he's a tough judge to sort of crack.
That's right.
Threw up an 8 on that one. Now here's Ira Lee out of Sierra Canyon.
Oh, okay. And an early statement from Ira. Early statement.
A couple 9s.
Yeah, we got it. Yes.
And Ira.
Early favorite so far?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Out of the Masters Academy, Cole Thomas.
Yeah. Getting a little swaggy there, huh?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's Jeremy Hamilton.
Ooh.
Lost it on the way up. He's going home run ball here.
That's right. He's trying to end the competition right here. Look at that. Oh, okay.
I'm going to crank that one down.
It's always good, when you get the fans involved with your dunk.
Yep.
You become an early crowd favorite.
Got some 8s on that last dunk for Hamilton.
Oh, man.
Now here's Babacar Thiambane. And Thiambane was born in Los Angeles, but his parents are from Senegal in West Africa.
Oh, man.
And Thiambane's dream was to play at a 4-year university and play Division I ball.
He looks like he's clear on his way there.
Certainly.
Oh, man.
15 seconds here. 8 seconds to go, first dunk.
Put it down, big man. There you go. There you go. Yeah, get the crowd involved. I like that.
It's
Good
slowly
job.
building here. Get a couple sevens on that side. Still the first round scores are in. So now we move on to the second round, and we go back to the top of the order and Robbie Mann.
All right. Home crowd favorite right here, Robbie Mann. Okay.
Robbie Mann, his sophomore season, really set the tone early. He was a gym jumper. He bulked up, then lost all that weight, got a little bit more cut.
Yes.
It looks like he's in phenomenal shape here.
And you won't believe who got him in shape that way. It was his mom doing that CrossFit stuff. His mom is just as in shape as any of these athletes. Oh.
Just trying to stuff it down. And the guy for 6'1".
Yeah.
Trying to get up with some of the best of them. He'll get one more attempt here. And
once again, if you don't hit it in the first time, your legs just start getting shot. You know, it's tough, but great effort by Robbie Mann.
And now.
Oh, okay.
Jung Song able to get one down.
A little basic dunk there, but he put it down.
So what, these Guangdong China's players, they're going to work pretty quick.
Yeah.
Get two in the can. That was one right after the other.
Right after the other, man.
The judges will have to try and tabulate that. And now go back to the Masters Academy. And Cole Thomas.
Oh, okay.
And this is round number 2, dunk number 2 for Thomas.
He's got to conjure up everything he's got for this one. Tried to do the tomahawk, but 5 seconds left. Let's see what he's got. Good try, man.
Oh, wow, man. Fatigue really kind of setting in.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially when you just played, a few hours ago and your muscles are all tightened up.
There you see Vladimir and Banks.
Ooh, okay.
With the left.
With the left hand. Power left hand, too.
Okay, he'll get some 10s on that one.
Yes, 10s, 9 from Tony Dorado.
Even Dorado's hard one to crack.
Well, he sees this stuff week in, week out, so you know.
Yep, fair point. Kevin Zhang, the 6'7" sophomore, had 10 points against Guangming. Actually started that game in the opening round of the Iolani Classic. He'll get some help from Tiger Campbell. And the deeper we go into these rounds, the creativity level gets a little bit higher.
Oh. What we haven't seen yet, we might see it later, is when they start jumping over teammates, and then it gets a little bit more dicey then. Oh.
Campbell trying to flash it off with the pass through the legs.
Yeah.
But now Zhang saying, I got this myself.
Yeah.
One more attempt. Oh, man.
Good try. I like the effort.
Now here's James Banks. So James Banks, we see him throw down some sledgehammers in shoot-around. Here he is.
Oh.
Measuring it out.
Looking to take off from deep. Jeez. How tall is he? He's what, 6'9", 6'10"?
Yeah. Wingspan at around 7'2". Here's Banks. It looks graceful. He's got the power, but just can't get inside the cup.
Yes. He's got to put one in if he wants to move on. There you go. There you go. Man, that's some power.
Might have a little bit of a lesser effect after it took 3 attempts, but he'll get 8s across the board.
Yeah.
32 total.
Ooh!
Oh, how about the riser from Hamilton?
Looking a little bit like Michael Jordan back in 1987. That was nice.
Took
him
1.4 seconds.
Yeah.
To get that one down. And now here's Babacar Thiombe. Bain Thiambe taking off his shoes here. And he's going to put up the Jordan 11s.
This is that creativity we talked about earlier, you know, getting a little swag, get the fans involved, you know. Okay.
Again, the clock doesn't start until he makes an attempt at his first dunk, so he's got some time here.
All right.
But this gets the crowd buzzing a little bit.
Yeah.
There's some build up to it. He's got... and he's clearing some space.
Oh, okay.
Thiambe 6'7".
Looks like he's coming in from Senegal. Ooh!
Tried the same dunk that James Banks did.
Yeah. Took off from the same spot. Same result, though, so let's see what he can do in the second attempt.
Kind of cradled it up there. Yeah. Now he's got 11 seconds to work with for round number 2.
He's going to try it again. Okay.
2.2 remaining, gets it down. He'll get 8.
Some 8s across the board. Even 110.
Yeah, 110 there.
Wow. 110, getting some love from the high school judge.
Yeah. So the judges will tabulate those scores, and again, the top 4 will move on into the next round.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for all the dunkers?
And not a bad performance from the dunkers that we have seen here. And saw a little bit of different strategy. We saw some of the Chinese athletes just try and get one in the can, just try and rack up some points. Others going for the big hitters to try and punctuate their spot into the Final Four. But we'll see how it will play out as Dean Shimamoto, who I guess is the official accountant, I guess, of this, the scorekeeper. They'll tally up all the judges' scores. Again, Tony Dorado, Keith Spencer, Shane Lay, Greg and Gary Young. Sons of the Iolani legend, Mr. Glenn Young.
And, you know, going back to that last game we just had with Fairfax, doing that little stall there, with that strategy, maybe it was a little bit of a tribute to Glenn Young there.
Yeah, we see it time and time again. Of course, Iolani fans are so used to that kind of offense.
Right.
It's a great strategy.
Yeah, and again, as a basketball coach, I can appreciate the strategy, but I was a fan at that time, and I would have loved to see the ball go up and down the court a little faster than that.
Of course, it's been a bit somber over these last 5 weeks or so with the passing of Glenn Young, someone who was such a pioneer and a legend on this Iolani campus. You got to work with him and be with him. How special and how influential was he in your life?
Just my experience that I had with him, you know, for the time that I was here, and just some of the knowledge he passed on, and watching him coach as well, and you know, he just taking it mostly. I mean, you know, X's and O's is one thing, and he knew his basketball, but that one team spirit that Iolani lives by and goes by and tries to instill in every one of their athletes here. He absolutely, you know, showed that and made sure that his athletes, you know, lived by it as well, and that was what was special about it. He truly cared for all of his players, and had some great success along the way.
Of course, his teachings and his legacy still lives on through this tournament. But it started back 1983. So Babacar Thiambe with Jeremy Hamilton, James Banks move on into the final round.
So it looks like we got a La Lumiere and Fairfax going at it.
Yep. And we need more of that. The 20-20.
That's right.
The final, that semi-final matchup.
Yeah, it's not over yet.
La Lumiere will take on Sierra Canyon tomorrow at 8 o'clock, the title game. You can check that out on ScoringLive.com. So, same format here. 2 dunks, 2 rounds, 30 seconds for each dunk, which begins on your first attempt. Here's Thiambe.
Ooh!
Right through his hands.
That was really nice, yeah. That was a nice toss.
Still plenty of time here, 20 seconds.
There you go. That's it. What a way to start it off in the second round. Putting some pressure on his teammates as well as the 2 from La Lumiere.
So now James Banks will use Tiger Campbell to help him out. First dunk of 2 in the final round, off the wall for Banks. All right, not bad.
Swaggy.
Yeah. Off the wall. That was a tough catch for Banks, though, too. Like near his wrists.
Not only that, we got some tough judges to give him an 8 on that right across the board. Jeez.
I'm with you there.
Oh, man.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
And now Jeremy Hamilton is going to use some human props.
As I was mentioning earlier, now we got our first, like you said, our first human prop.
Buzz building. And this is the one that everyone's been waiting for.
Yes.
Hamilton is 6'3". Fans rise here in Iolani. Dunk number 1.
Okay, there you go. Looks like the first one that's bringing the house up a bit.
Okay, that's the first man jam we've seen.
Yes. He cleared him pretty good.
And then so many times you'll see a guy brace and try and elevate a little bit more. And although the guy's not the biggest, maybe about 5'7" or so, that's pretty impressive for a first dunk in a final round.
Yes. Yeah, uh-oh. Okay.
Hamilton.
We got a first one-up. He's trying to one-up him right here. Bringing in 2 kids. A little bit taller as well. Ooh, okay, not good on the first attempt.
This is Ira Lee.
Okay, that was twice the props, twice as impressive.
What a performance from Sierra Canyon's Ira Lee, elevating and detonating.
There's that creativity that we mentioned that they need to save in the later rounds, and it's coming out for sure.
And now we go back to Babacar Thiambe. So this is round number 2. This is where you got to go big power, everything you got at this point. Yeah, I mean, he looks a little confused on what he's going to do here. Okay, not an attempted dunk, so the clock will
doesn't start. Trying to get the crowd behind him, get them all psyched up.
Oh, Thiambe.
Wow.
Almost went jackknife to try and rip it down. Clock spinning, 20 seconds. There's got to be watchful. The clock at this point may get one more attempt here. 8 seconds to go. Can sneak in one more. Rimmed it out.
That's it.
And he'll just put it home. I could get a minimum of 5 points. We'll see how,
for the effort.
We'll see how generous the judges are. We do have 5
and
6.
Yeah.
And now here's James Banks, a 6'10 senior. Already signed to play at Texas, number 56 in the ESPN 100, class of 2016.
Wow.
Dunk 2, final round.
Oh, tried the little Dominique Wilkins windmill.
Yeah. 20 seconds.
Ooh, it's right there.
Seconds here to go, final round. James Banks.
Oh, okay, just went for the Shaquille O'Neal power dunk.
Right. Tell you, that clock puts even more pressure on you.
It does.
In the later rounds.
It does. That's why you got to be thinking way ahead prior to you dunking of what you're doing next.
Hamilton out of Fairfax.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what, Hamilton can get up there with the best of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Hamilton!
Jeez. What's even amazing is he's probably the shortest one left of the 4. Okay.
Hamilton.
Okay.
Nicely done.
He's saying this is his. This is his. That was nice. I gotta believe, you know, earlier I was saying how special it is for the local fans to see this. It has to be quite special for these players coming into Hawaii and playing in Hawaii. Some of them even said they've never seen the Pacific Ocean. And so it's a great experience for them as well.
Amen. Final dunker, Ira Lee out of Sierra Canyon. 0.4 of a second off the clock. That shouldn't play too much here. Not a real attempt. Here's Ira Canyon.
Ooh. Using that wall. I remember Josh Smith of Oak Hill using that wall as well.
That's a tough bounce there.
That is.
You're going to arc it right near the apex of that wall. And
here we go. Oh.
Trying to make something out of nothing there with the left.
He's got 10 seconds left. He's got to do something. Here we go. Off the glass. Bang.
What a rattler. And
not quite as impressive as if he threw it off the wall, but still he put it down to get those points. Got some 8s across the board.
Ira Lee and Jeremy Hamilton look like they could be the front runners in this dunk contest. Now, if we are tied, and you wipe away the scores from the first round, so these are brand new scores off the 2 dunks that we have just seen. If we are tied, we'll have a 1 dunk off. For some of the consolation prizes going to be handed out. Nike has been such a great sponsor here of Iolani Athletics and of the Iolani Classic as well.
Tony Dorado, he knows how to do it, man. It's his job to do this around the country, and Iolani Classic is one of the gems around the country, and it's always great.
And it's a great basketball atmosphere here because so many of these players that come from the continent want to establish Hawaii as a strong basketball foundation. We've seen it these last couple of seasons with the success of the University of Hawaii and some, in fact, NCAA Division II schools as well. But this is such a great atmosphere, and personally one of my favorite times of the year when it gets about a week before Christmas and you see all the volunteers that spend so much of their time investing into this classic. It's really something special here.
Oh, it is, and for us, it's, you know, Christmas, Iolani Classic. And it's always hand in hand, and it's always a special time, and I'm just lucky to be a part of it and witness it every year.
Here are the results. Babakar Thiambe with a score of 69.
All right.
So James Banks,
6'3".
Down to Hamilton and Ira Lee. Oh,
okay. So it looks like Fairfax took this battle with La Lumiere. That's awesome. Well deserved from Fairfax. Great job. Great job. And this just segues perfectly to tomorrow night's big matchup. La Lumiere and Sierra Canyon. That's going to be a fun matchup.
A score of 96 wins it for Jeremy Hamilton in the 2015 Iolani Slam Dunk Contest. Again, Sierra Canyon will take on La Lumiere. Currently number 3 in the USA Today Top 25 poll. The new rankings will come out within the next couple days. That should be a very interesting matchup, very competitive one that we'll have tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on ScoringLive.com.
We're going to have a preview of what we'll see in the next few years in the NCAA, as well as quite possibly in the NBA, and we get it right here in Iolani's basketball court for the fans to see. But before all of that, we're going to see a great matchup between 2 great high school basketball teams, and it's going to be really fun.
Rudy, anytime you want to sit down here, by all means.
Thank you very much for having me. It was great. Thank you, Felipe.
Rudy Tulongari. Don't forget, we have the championship coming up tomorrow at 8 o'clock Hawaii time on ScoringLive.com. It is Sierra Canyon taking on the Lakers from La Lumiere for the 2015 Iolani Classic title. That does it for us. Special thanks to our entire Scoring Live crew, for Rudy Tulongari, Felipe Alhastro. Don't forget, get all your stats, your schedules on the website, your source for Hawaii High School athletics, ScoringLive.com. Till next time, so long from Iolani.